Hello again, friends. So last week we started exploring Rag Durga. We will continue with Rag Durga today, and we'll also continue with our discussion on Gharana. One of the questions that I always had, and some of my students and friends had, is how long does it take to learn a rag? My teachers, fellow musicians, and some well-known artists of the industry told me a lifetime. But that is true for everything. When I started in the computer industry, I thought that a degree and a few certificates would make me an expert. Not true. I still keep learning. I keep learning new stuff actually every day. A simple email, for example, Outlook. There is so much in such a simple app, Outlook, that even today, even though I have been using it for the last 20 years or more, I do not know everything about it. I don't use all the features, no doubt about it, but I still don't know everything about it. So I keep learning. I know that other professions are the same way. Here is the difference though. A doctor cannot practice medicine unless he or she has a degree. An engineer cannot get a job unless they have a degree. But anyone with a karaoke track can sing in public without any degree or without any qualification. And these days, some of them even charge hundreds, if not thousands, for doing so. I somehow and sometimes do not get it. Why? Really, why? Maybe because it's not a question of life and death. Or maybe because most people don't understand the language of music. Whatever the reason may be, my request to all those who want to perform professionally should hire a teacher or join a training school. It takes years to learn to sing. It takes years of practice to perform perfectly. It takes hours of daily riyaz. And if you do not want to do that and still sing, please do not charge. You are most welcome to sing in a group of friends. You're most welcome to sing it in your home or friend's house. Go ahead, enjoy music, enjoy singing. But if you want to charge, if you want to sing professionally, go and take some lessons, please. And you, my friends, you have come a long way on this journey of understanding music. You should have basic understanding of identifying between the trained and just regular untrained musician or a singer. By the way, singing in tune is not the only sign of a trained singer. There are many more that we will be discussing in future, but I think you should recognize these things and discourage people or encourage. I would never discourage anyone. I would say encourage those people to go and take some lessons. Anyhow, I just got carried away. Let's get back to our subject. Before we continue our journey, I would please like you to subscribe to this channel. Just click on that subscribe button and you'll get notified every time I update this website. More the subscribers, the better listeners of North Indian music. better listeners of music, period. So before we talk about Rag Durga again, let us talk about these two forms of classical vocal singing a little bit. Remember, we briefly talked about Dhrupad and Dhamar and Khayal Gaiki. Let us move forward first with a little introduction of both of these singing styles or Gaiki. The word that I'll be using the most, Gaiki. So Dhrupad, to begin with, Dhrupad is supposed to be as old as the time of Veda, almost between 3 to 5,000 years. The oldest reference of Dhrupad is found in Bhagavad Puran, which is from 1000 BC. The word Dhrupad is derived from Sanskrit word Dhruva, one that not change or one that does not move, just like a polar star or Dhruvatara, Dhruva. Pada means lyric or a song. So Dhrupad is a song that does not change. Dhrupad has been kept alive these days by number of various Gharanas, and they have helped gain popularity of Dhrupad and Dhamar Gaiki in recent times. So the word khayal gaiki, the khayal, comes from the Arabic word meaning thought or imagination. So the khayal gaiki represents the imagination or creativity of the performer. In a way, the art of interpretive singing, one that has no definite style, speed, pattern, or text, is what khayal gaiki is. As you may already have guessed, this is comparatively a modern innovation that happened during Islamic era of music in India. Khayal Gaiki evolved from original Dhrupad and Dhamar Gaiki during Mughal rule around 17th century through Sadarang, a court musician. Khayal continues to be the most popular style of classical performance today. So let's take this in a chronological or historical order. We'll have a few days to talk about different Gharanas of Dhrupad, and then once we are done with that, we'll talk about Khayal Gaiki and different Gharanas of Khayal Gaiki. I have already gone over a brief history of Dhrupad Gaiki, so now let us talk about the Gaiki itself. Dhrupad is performed by a solo singer or a small number of singers in unison. They sing to the beat of pakhwaj and rarely tabla. Soloist is accompanied by one or two tanpuras, surbahar, surashringar, rudravina, even though very rarely, and either sarangi or harmonium. For Western ears, it's monophonic music. There are no chord progressions. The performance of Dhrupad normally begins with alap, singing with wide open ah. This is an unmetered performance followed by metered performance known as jod, using syllables that are derived from Ved. They are in a set pattern: a, ri, ni, re, ne, na, ti, te, re, ne, na, ri, re, na, te, ne, tum, ne, and combinations of all these. Jod is followed by jhala, jhala or jhala, with accelerated metered performance with the use of syllables nom, tom. This is a wholly improvised session and that can last for about 40 to 60 minutes. This is followed by a composition with lyrics known as pad. Pad has now four parts. They are known as Thai, Antara, Sanchari, and Abhog. The composition generally is set to 7-beat cycle, which is known as Devra, and also to the 10-beat cycle known as Sultal, Chautal, or a 12-beat cycle. The composition is generally set to 7-beat cycle known as Devra, or 10-beat cycle known as Sultal, and also sometimes to 12-beat cycle known as Chautal. There are also compositions that are set to 10-beat cycle of Jhaptal, which is called Sadra, while another one that is set to 14-beat cycle Dhamartal is also known as Dhamar. There are a number of Gharanas of this style. Let us go over them quickly. Dagar Gharana, Bishnupur Gharana, Darbhanga Gharana, Bettiya Gharana, Talwandi Gharana, Mewati Gharana, and Kalpi Gharana. There is one more that I forgot to mention. It is called Baksar Gharana. Well, this is a lot to remember, right? But no worries, as only 3 to 4 Gharanas are the most popular ones. As a matter of fact, I would suggest 2 Gharanas should be enough to cover this topic. We can do more Gharanas if I just continue doing this, but for this series, I think I'll do just 2 Gharanas of Dhrupad Gaiki. And these days, friends, all this information is available on Google. So if you're really curious about it, you can go and find it. You can do your own research and learn. After all, we are here to develop the art of listening. So you must listen to music a lot rather than just going into theory part of it. That's what my opinion is. Today, by the way, on a song a day list, I have picked up a Dhrupad from Dagar Gharana. We'll talk about this Gharana a little bit more next week, but I just want you to listen to this, listen to it in today's episode. So let's get back to Rag now. Rag Durga, the recipe that we came up with turned out to be Rag Durga last week, right? So just to go over the properties of Rag, or the technical stuff. Rag Durga belongs to Bilawal Thaat. Jati is Audo, pentatonic rag. Vadi is Madhyam, Ma. Samvadi is Shadaj, Sa. By the way, there are some scholars who think Pa is Samvadi, but we will keep Sa as our Samvadi. Varjit or omitted notes are G and Ni. Time of performance is recommended to be between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m., which is the second period of the night. Mood is Shant, tranquil, and also Shringar, romantic. Aroh is Sa, Re, Ma, Pa, Dha, Sa. And Avrohi is Sa, Dha, Pa, Ma, Re, Sa. To get back into the mood of this Rag Durga, let's listen to this ghazal that I have composed specially for this episode. I have tried my best to stick to the rules of Durga Rag, including the use of all the background instrumentation, the harmonies and everything. The rhythm or the tal that I have composed for this ghazal is Dadra, a 6-beat cycle. Dha, di, na, dha, di, na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more thing about the demo songs for season 2. I plan to introduce you to as many as new and young upcoming poets. Today's ghazal is by Umair Najmi, who is from Rahim Yar Khan, Punjab, Pakistan. I fell in love with the lyrics of this ghazal and wanted to congratulate him. He's a young poet, so guess what? Yes, he is on YouTube, he is on Facebook, and he also has Instagram profile. So if you like his ghazal, please go ahead and congratulate him. So friends, here is the ghazal by Umair Najmi, Indra Durga, and I have set it to the 6-beat cycle of Tal Dadra.
ये दिल उम्र भर लगेगा नहीं, बिछड़ गए तो ये दिल उम्र भर लगेगा नहीं, लगेगा लगने लगा है मगर लगेगा नहीं, लगेगा लगने लगा है मगर लगेगा नहीं, बिछड़ गए तो ये दिल उम्र भर लगेगा नहीं। नहीं लगेगा उसे देख कर मगर खुश है, नहीं लगेगा उसे देख कर मगर खुश है, मैं खुश नहीं हूँ मगर देख कर लगेगा नहीं, मैं खुश नहीं हूँ मगर देख कर लगेगा नहीं। हमारे दिल को अभी मुस्तकिल पता न बना, हमारे दिल को अभी मुस्तकिल पता न बना, हमें पता है तेरा दिल उधर लगेगा नहीं, हमें पता है तेरा दिल उधर लगेगा नहीं। कैसा जख्म नुमा दिल करीब से गुजरा, एक ऐसा जख्म नुमा दिल करीब से गुजरा, दिल उसको देख के चीखा, ठहर लगेगा नहीं, दिल उसको देख के चीखा, ठहर लगेगा नहीं। बहुत तवज्जो ताल्लुक बिगाड़ देती है, बहुत तवज्जो ताल्लुक बिगाड़ देती है, ज़्यादा डरने लगेंगे तो डर लगेगा नहीं, ज़्यादा डरने लगेंगे तो डर लगेगा नहीं।
Hope you enjoyed the demo ghazal and now are in the mood of Rag Durga. So, keeping in mind all that we talked about today, let us go over the recommendations for you to listen to. One thing I want to mention is that there is a lot of music out there that is really good and is not film music. In season 2 that we kicked off last week, and as I said in that episode, some of the most popular rag, we will get to do 2 episodes. And here is something that I did not include, and this will be from today onwards, is that there will be maximum 2 film songs that I'll be listing. And that will be listed in the first episode of each rag. The second episode will not have any film songs listed. So in today's list, I have included 2 non-film ghazals, 2 bhajans, and 2 classical performances, all non-film. So let's begin a song a day list. First one is Dag Dahelvi's ghazal, beautifully performed by Ustad Ghulam Ali Khan Saab, Le Chala Jaan Meri. Next is a bhajan in Rag Durga in Meeta Pandit's voice. Iko Diker is on tabla and violin by Linneke van Stalen. I hope I did not butcher their names. My apologies if I did. Next, I have a ghazal again. Tumko hum dil mein basa lenge, tum aao to sahi by Chitra Singh and music by Jagjit Singh. As a matter of fact, I have heard 2 more ghazals by Jagjit Singh in the same tune. The first one that I heard was in my high school days, Tu jo aa jaye to is ghar ko sawarta dekhu. And the second one with Lata Mangeshkar's album Sajda, Dhoop mein niklo, ghatao mein naha kar dekho. You should be able to find these 2 on internet. Next is one more bhajan in Rag Durga. Mate Bhavani Kali performed live again, this time brilliantly performed by Swami Kripa Karananda. Really beautiful rendition. Please listen to it. And now finally, Dhrupad Gaiki from Dagar Gharana. First, let me go over what to listen to in the next two performances. Pay attention to this. Alap. You will hear subtle exposition in Alap. Jor and Jhala. Dagar brothers, or rather Dagar Gharana, they have a rigorous exposition of Jor and Jhala. Dagar Gharana also pays great attention to microtonal inflections. So these three things, please listen to these very carefully. So we have Uday Bhavalkar performing Rag Durga in the Dagar Gharana style of Gaiki. Uday was trained by Zia Fariduddin Dagar and his elder brother Zia Mohinuddin Dagar. Recipient of many awards, Uday currently resides in Pune, Maharashtra and has been performing all over the world and training students not only in Pune but also at University of Washington in Seattle. He also trains musicians at Asia Music Circuit in London. He has contributed to many films such as Cloud Door, Mr. and Mrs. Iyer, Anahat, Lokpriya, Rasik Priya, Rita and Mabab. And here is the link. And finally, we have Dagar brothers performing Rag Durga, a recording from AIR, All India Radio. Friends, I have a couple of additional links for you, just in case you have time to listen to. I grew up listening to these recordings, so they are very dear to me and wanted to share them with you. One of my friend's dad used to have this gramophone record, and we used to, of course, borrow them, copy them on a cassette tape and listen to it over and over again. Sorry for doing that. We did not know anything about copyright laws at that time, so we did it. And we enjoyed it. Today, I think it's payback time, so I'm going to list them. And the first one is Rag Durga by Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. And another one is a sitar performance by Pandit Nikhil Banerjee. Here are the two links. That is all for this week, folks. Next 2 weeks, we will explore another pentatonic rag that belongs to Kalyan That. But again, it uses the same black keys of the keyboard. Until then, stay safe and keep listening to good music. I'll see you next week. But before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next week. Bye.